you know, this year, however, I feel like he feels even stronger than he did in 2016. It's like he has just resurged and has, I mean,
yes.
His Karen is definitely one of the scariest characters in there. His ability to confirm a single crouch medium kick into the Tenko is otherworldly.
He can do that with any character he so pleases as well. It's one of those things, he's one of the brightest minds in Street Fighter, and I don't mean just in Street Fighter V, just the way he understands the mechanics of certain games and how he picks them up so quickly is what really sends him over the top, and you see it right here. He's, you know, #1 seed.
Yeah, it was interesting too, because I asked him one time, you know, I asked him, I was like, how do you practice your reactions like that? And he was like, I don't. You know, it's just, it's so natural for him.
And here we go, the first game, Punk versus Zenith. Now, when we talk about this matchup, Karen versus Minot, right? A lot of people talk about how Minot, significantly nerfed in Season 3, has affected a lot of the players. But Zenith has been making it work so well for him. And then when you talk about Punk's record versus Minot, it's a little rough around the edges.
Yeah, well, you know, you're going to expect Minot to try to keep Karen out, but this is the problem right here, is that you can keep Karen out for a whole match, but then once she gets in once, especially in the hands of Punk, everything can go downhill right away. Okay, here we go. He's going to get the V-Trigger 1 combo, but drops it. Went for the reset in there, and Punk just V-reversing to get out of there.
Back jump from Punk, just trying to get his way back in there, but Zenith don't have it. Oh, yeah, that's the classic. With that walk speed, you are not allowed to press any buttons.
And you saw it right there. Punk, he went for the shimmy very early on, you know, baiting the whiff throw from Zenith, and Zenith didn't bite. So then Punk did get the throw later on, and so that set up the shimmy at the end to take the round.
And I like the button choices here from Zenith. He's not coming into anything like fierce, where there's a lot of recovery on it, just in case Punk wants to jump in. That seems to be his way of entry when it comes to closing the gap, right? But Zenith now on the offensive, playing some active defense with those strong buttons. Yeah. Stand medium punch, crouch medium punch.
And that is one nice thing that Karen has, is she doesn't need the V-trigger as much, so she can use those V-reversals. Oh, no. Wow. He did activate here, and again, Zenith, look, just walking away. Just walk away. Look at this pressure right here. Just needs one more hit. But knowing Punk, he could get a whole sequence, but it's not gonna happen. The crouching light punch check right there from Zenith.
Doesn't want to overcommit to any buttons. He has such a life lead that he doesn't need to, right? So it was nice and easy with that crouch jab, and Punk already starting things off.
The stand heavy punch at the start of the round. Here comes another one. That's going to be a stun right here.
Look at the damage on that. And he's going to build a little bit of bar. EX Orochi. The reset.
For the reset, yeah, but Zenith not biting here now. Let's see if he can get one of those Minot V-Trigger 1 comebacks here. Activates, what's the mix-up?
Even if he takes the damage here, there's still a lot more that Zenith needs to do. He's not going to be able to build himself another V-Trigger with the amount of life he has, right?
Right.
So he has to make the stop now.
That is one of the big nerfs to Minot. She used to have that V-Trigger 1 be a 2-bar V-Trigger so she can get 2 around, but there you go, Punk. You know, you saw once that V-Trigger was activated, Punk's like, you know what, I'm just going to take throws. I don't care. You know, you're going to do this, you're going to throw out a bunch of orbs, and your V-Trigger's going to go away. I have my whole health bar. I'm not even worried. Punk going up 1-0.
I think it was more of like a relief that Zenith went for the V-Trigger at that point in time, right? Instead of trying to force himself out of the corner via walking or with normals, he opted to go with his starter V-Trigger, right? To push himself out of the corner. But if I were Punk and I'm thinking about it, it's like, all right, well, he's gonna activate it now, not in a sequence. I'm okay with that.
Right.
I'll take all the throws and minimize all the damage as much as possible.
And that's one of the things about Punk, I will say right now, from just his body language and demeanor, it just looks like it's another day in the office, you know what I mean? It's just, he's gonna do his thing.
You see the classic head tilt as well. It's like, man, I could have done this better.
Oh, look at that, the counter poke, wow. Not worried about the pressure timing from Zenith and still going for the shimmies. And again, Karen can afford to keep using those V-reversals in an offensive fashion to stay in.
Another one.
And you know why he got those 4 throws? How many shimmies did he set up right there? You know, he has been trying to go for those throw whiffs, and Zenith hasn't bitten at all. And so Zenith was thinking to himself, he's gonna shimmy again eventually. And that's why Punk was able to get 4 throws in a row to take that round.
Oh, and the whip punish on the dive. Zenith has not found the proper spacing yet. Here comes Punk. Again with the throws. Oh! He's going back and forth. He's playing with them a little bit. EX, okay, I'm gonna go for the reset on. Reset instead. Oh my god.
He just took Zenith and threw out the bait. It looked like he was gonna go for a reset on that combo into a throw, instead into yet again another shimmy and again. So you see the back and forth that Punk has been establishing. He has shimmied him many times in a row. That led to the 4 throws in a row. The 4 throws in a row now has turned Zenith into more of the itchy trigger finger to try to tech the throw. And so now, what's going on here? But that's why he was able to get baited into the shimmy so many times at the end of that round. But
gotta get a little bit of adjustment here. Nice anti-air from Zenith. Trying to play the rest of this out, right? He's just trying to keep Punk away. But once Punk gets in, it's a whole different story. The orb is out.
yeah, you see Punk checking so quickly, but there we go. Gets the combo off of the light kick. But V skill into there, gets the V trigger activated. Okay, here's the throw. Tried to go for another
that was
throw.
nice. Nice call there on the escape.
Nice anti-air with the V skill to get the extra juggle damage, and now Zenith with his own shimmy on Punk.
Round 2.
Punk knowing he didn't have enough life left to take the throw, so he was going to try to tech it.
Nice confirm. You mentioned that earlier, James. Low forward into the Tenko, already into the corner. Forward throw. Check with the stand strong afterwards.
Okay, out
Find
of
the
there.
escape. I like that.
Ooh. Oh, no. Execution error from Punk right there.
Slight drop from both players, right? Anti-air in time. Yes, sir. Crouch Fears. And the recall.
Oh no, but that's a very negative move, even on hit, that slide. And that's gonna cost Zenith a lot of momentum, so that's why he activates the V trigger. Just wants to get some of that time back.
He wanted that punish, so the orb would hit Punk instead.
The orbs are still there. Gonna throw them out, he's gonna juggle on them.
The conversion, no, and the drop.
He missed it!
So did Punk.
Ah, but one more shimmy right there is gonna send Punk to match point.
Here we go, already on the offensive, closing the gap against Zenith. Again, Zenith needs to find a way out. Already in this corner. Not gonna be a good look. He can't last very long.
Yeah, all these rounds have started with Punk getting him to the corner.
Nice work
Yeah,
again.
but still. Yeah, the punish, and you know what? Here we go. Karen, went for the reset, and he got it. Again, the reset into the shimmy, and Punk is gonna move on the winner's side.
And there it is, the patented smile as he walks away, knowing that he's moving on to the winner's side. A great start for Punk, but it's not over at all for the likes of Zenith. Again, he's still in the lower bracket for now.
That's right. So again, as we mentioned, double elimination. But you know, the reason why you want to go through the winner side of the bracket is that, you know, one, you play less matches, right? So if you go to the grand finals through winner side versus going through the loser side, going to loser's first round, you play twice as many matches in the loser's rounds. That's twice as many chances for you to be eliminated, right?
Right.
Then also when you get to grand finals, obviously you have the 2-set buffer over the player coming from the loser's bracket.
Yeah. And it was a little bit of a rocky start, but the way it was played out between Punk and Zenith, right? Punk, his game plan overall, it's like, I need to close the gap against Minaj.
Yes.
Because if I'm playing her game, if she's spacing me out, I'm just wasting time and I'm losing. I'm getting hit way more times than I'm going to hit her. So what did he do? He jumped in. Literally the first game, he jumped in on Zenith over and over and over again to kind of condition Zenith. He's like, all right, let me see how much you can anti-air me.
Right. And, you know, if she doesn't have the critical art ready to go, you know, her anti-air V skill into, for example, EX Orb, you're going to take a chunk of damage, but nothing, you know, significant as long as you keep training him that you're going to keep jumping. That gets him not scared to hit buttons from the front, which now allows you to get in from the front with Karen's walk speed or her command dash or just walk up, stand fierce, you know.
Yeah, and on top of that, those layers of offense that Karen has, right? It led to that one round where Punk was able to throw Zenith over and over and over again. What was it, like 4 or 5 throws overall in that single round? It's because of her very fast walk speed, her long-standing normals, the long stand fierce, right? Being able to whiff punish.
Right.
I wouldn't want to press the button either, honestly. I really wouldn't.
Yeah, I mean, you could see how Punk's game plan. Yeah, just get into Zenith's face, play the patented shimmy game, just constantly keep him guessing.
Yeah.
And that paid off for him. Punk is one of the best at that. He always seems to have the read on the pattern of the opponents, on how their emotions are at the time. Are they really kind of nervous, so they're gonna twitch, try to tech a throw, or if they're playing very calm and patient. He has one of the best reads on that, and that's what it's all about, is psychologically reading your opponent, their mood and their state of mind in order to take advantage.